Breaking news, Amber Heard allegedly chose to leave the country. Yes, she has been avoiding detection by using a false identity. Her own insurance companies are also suing her after the Virginia ruling caused a $10.5 million financial setback. She could still owe $8 to $15 million and her attorneys criticise her. This nasty behaviour is going on behind the scenes. But what could be the reason Amber Heard changed up her name and escaped? What is she up to? Keep watching to know more. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today in this video we'll talk about after Johnny Depp trial, Amber Heard changes her name to escape the law. But before we start, to get more amazing videos like this, subscribe to the channel soon. Having said that, let's get this started. You can see that she is not attempting this as a means of travel. If you've read any of the articles on her travels, you've probably noticed that she often chooses to stay in opulent hotels and visit tourist attractions where she can be seen and photographed. Spanish journalist located here. She was hiding in a town of roughly 1,300 locals under a false name. By the way, this name parodies Johnny Depp. You can tell that she was unable to let it go, under a name that still identifies the man she is hiding. The property she possessed while attempting to vanish belonged to a bailiff who was sentenced to 14 years in jail for corruption. Amber Heard appears to have been creating a smokescreen for several months. You're aware of all the travel related stories you've read about her appearances in other nations. She had been residing in a little village, so that was some sort of purposeful misleading. She's making an effort to avoid taking paths. Not only that, but she also uses a false name to live, because she continues to hold Johnny Depp responsible for our issues. Using that alias also gives her a pretext to criticise him directly. Even after everything she's done, even after the world exposed the horrific activity she was engaged in, she continues to blame the other person. Consider the locations she had visited in the past. She frequently has the press at her beck and call, or has camera teams around her. Not anymore really. She allegedly relocated to this property and location in the island's centre soon after losing the US defamation case against their ex-husband Johnny Depp in June, who was granted $10 million in damages. That also reveals a lot. Everything she has said over the past 6 months has been nothing more than a smokescreen. She is in fact hiding. She is conscious of her debt. She has a serious issue. Yes, she is attempting to avoid it. She desired to vanish under the alias Calamity Jane, an American frontierswoman sharpshooter and storyteller who lived in the 19th century, has rented a sizable property as Martha Jane Canary. The neighbourhood newspapers has now brought this to your attention. They are aware of and truly like this situation. The choice of this identity, which is displayed at the door of our new house, attracts a lot of attention, especially considering that Johnny Depp has consistently insisted that his family has Native American ancestry. Then it had a Cherokee great-grandmother. She's actually making fun of him there. She is adopting a persona where she must vanish. But she still is unable to leave Johnny Depp alone. That should tell you all you need to know about this guy, in my opinion. There are a few other reasons that strongly suggest that this is true, as far as its validity is concerned. The first one is how close the others are to her, especially Eve Barlow, who serves as her unofficial spokesperson. Do you know what's intriguing about that? You'll soon read some things online, but they don't mention Eve Barlow travelling with Amber Heard. Instead, it identifies another girlfriend who is in attendance. Therefore, Eve Barlow could one day realise that she is always speaking with Amber Heard even though she handles her PR and legal needs for her. She has puff bits on and around her. Eve Barlow just isn't present while she's hiding out under a false identity. There is another person she has been pictured with Eve Barlow and other people in the past, among other things. That was untrue, but this is a genuine thing. And the reason for it, in our opinion, is partly due to the reactions of those who are close to her, who claim that Amber Heard spent tens of thousands of dollars renting a house for 6 weeks, so you can have your trial. She bought a rental home for that much money after all. They are now claiming that this individual is making an effort to lead typical rural life as though she were a local. Don't appear to fit well together. When she was dating Johnny Depp, this person had a baseline wine habit that ranged from $500 to $1,000 each day. She extorted millions of dollars from Depp and several other Hollywood heavyweights. She has occasionally been next to me, her neighbours are now claiming, but someone had to identify her for me. She's attempting to blend in once more. She's extremely typical on the street, they add. She is completely transparent. But when you think about it, she doesn't behave that way. When she's out and about, phones the media to let them know that she, her sister, girlfriend or Ibalo are heading somewhere. This runs counter to Amber Heard's usual behaviour. Additionally, Amber Heard is actively attempting to vanish. Added to what, we also found this other message which keeps showing up in the media to be intriguing. It appears that the family of a politician owns the house where she is residing, which is being rented out. A politician serving a 14-year jail sentence for corruption, you could notice that there is a slight parody of Johnny Depp there when you look at that. No matter how absurd her ideas are, Johnny Depp is proudly on the streets, attending concerts and living his best life. And since she never learns, Amber Heard is hiding on an island under a false identity. After the Depp lawsuit, Amber Heard seems to have run into some new financial difficulties. The Aquaman actress, her daughter Una and her rumoured lover Bianca Butti are presently in Spain. She seemed to be accruing a large amount of debt while having a ball in the country. Heard, who lost the defamation lawsuit, was mandated to compensate Johnny for damages of $10.35 million. However, her reported net worth is far lower than $8 million, and it's well known that she is unable to pay the Pirates of the Caribbean star the requested amount. Recent rumours claim that Amber Heard has yet to pay her attorney's fee for the Johnny Depp lawsuit. News International claim that the Aquaman actress owes her attorney more money than she does to her ex-husband. She is required to pay $15 million to her legal team. It's come to almost $25 million when you include the money Amber Heard must pay Johnny Depp in damages, which is a significant amount and in on itself. But this is not where the narrative ends. Additionally, it's believed that the actress from The Rum Diary is struggling with insurance providers to get $8 million for Depp. Rumour has it that Amber asked her Hollywood buddies for assistance as her mountainous financial troubles continue to rise. Several reports said that she requested Elon Musk's assistance. Heard allegedly contacted Margot Robbie, Cara Delevingne and Kristen Stewart in addition to him. The three Hollywood babes, however, appear to have all turned down her offer, and Amber Heard's claimed they ghosted her. See how she handles paying Johnny Depp and the other debts that have been accrued against her. If Heard is unable to pay the judgment, her salary may be taken from her. Depp might potentially recoup money by pursuing her real estate, jewels and other possessions. Retirement saving and other certain assets may well be safeguarded. The pastor said, "I would recommend maximising everything in a retirement account quickly," if giving Heard advice. Heard also declared bankruptcy, but she might not be able to get the debt discharged due to a provision of bankruptcy law. Debts resulting from willful and deliberate harm by the debtor to another person are exempt from repayment. She asserts that he is now in control and that he has the option of negotiating with her for a cheaper price. However, what Amber Heard chose to forego in the midst of all this is quite absurd, escaping from the US. Please let me know your thoughts on this ridiculous matter.